With years of experience, Google Radio has been broadcasting live 24/7, promoting culture and identity while empowering people to embrace their heritage and traditions across the nation. Google Radio, the voice of the future.
Yes, thank you very much. Welcome, Emmanuel from Brisbane. Can you please introduce yourself again, please?
Thank you, Mr. Simon, for inviting me here today to Google Radio. By the way, this is the first time for me to be here, and I'm honored to be here with you guys. My name is Emmanuel Martin. I'm the acting chairperson of the Equatorian Community in Queensland.
Yeah, wonderful. Can you tell us a little bit history about the Equatorial Community in Brisbane, please?
Thank you. That's a great question. The Equatorian Community in Queensland started between 1997, 92, 98 by the first arrival, people like David Bilal, Subek, and some other, John Palmer, and some other Equatorian who came here in late 90s. So the community was established in Queensland, and during that time, they had a small number of Equatorian community, but it was active, it was viable, and during that time, they were talking about issues that concern about Equatorian people. As people start arriving, more Equatorians start coming, the leadership start changing and all of that. So it is actually one of the oldest Equatorian community in Australia, if I'm not wrong, the way we look at it, yeah.
Mean you say the Brisbane is the first Equatorial community created there?
Yes.
Of course, yeah, that's right. Yeah, yes, Emmanuel. We got your flyer talking about the Equatorial Day is going to play. I think this is the first time ever happened in Brisbane. That's right.
That's correct.
Yeah, can you tell me a little bit how are you going to organize this program, especially Equatorial Day?
To be honest, the initiative started a couple years ago. You know that although Equatorian community in Queensland is one of the oldest Equatorian community across Australia, we never hosted the Equatorian Day event. And there was kind of like a lot of urge coming in for the last couple of years from people like, hey, why can't we host an Equatorian Day for us here in Queensland? We have seen you guys in Melbourne, you guys does it every year. And also Adelaide, they do the Equatorian Day. So why not us? So we started planning this Equatorian Day, I will say probably for the last 3 years, talking about it, discussing about it. And the reason why it took such a long time, because we had, I won't say issues, we had lack of commitment from the members, from us, the executive. And we were like, look, before we jump into doing such an event, we need to make sure that we organize ourselves first. And we need to make sure that the community is running smoothly. Now, once we see that everything is running smoothly, and then we can start introducing events. Because today you can't introduce an event whereby you're not ready. You know, your house is not ordered. So that's why it took us such a long time for us to organize this Equatorian Day. But although we are looking forward to organize this Equatorian Day, it is an event that we are focusing into bringing us together. Our main focus is unity and identity of Equatorian people. The reason why we are focusing on these two things is because we as Equatorians, it seems like we're being faded away from the society, especially the South Sudanese society living in diaspora. Today, if you walk around, someone asks you, where are you from? You say you're Equatorian or you're South Sudanese, Equatorian. They will ask you, what do you mean by Equatorian? So that means the larger society in Australia don't understand what does it mean to be Equatorian. So that's why we say it is very important for us to host this event to talk about our unity and talk about the Equatorian identity, because that's the most important thing we need to talk about. Not only just talk about it, but to educate the younger generation who are coming up. A lot of kids who are born in this country, most of them, when you ask them, they say I'm South Sudanese, but they don't understand exactly which region they come from. They don't understand that. So it is very important for us to educate the younger generation about their identity.
Yeah, so wonderful, fantastic. This is a good point you mentioned about identity. To how to bring the all young people to understand their identity, the culture, and all the diversity the community there. Just I'm asking about the division because
Mhm.
we have a lot of issue with division now inside our community as Equatorian community. Can you tell me a little bit in Brisbane, all the Equatorian they living together or something? People living like a division.
To be honest, what I can say, 3 years ago, we saw the biggest division among not only just Equatorian, the entire South Sudan, Sudanese tribe. You know, it was not only the Equatorian issue, it was across South Sudan. Let me go back to maybe 2018, 2016, during the time the war happened. There was a lot of division within the country, within the communities. People really, really divided themselves. I would say for the last 3 years, a lot of communities, a lot of people start becoming to their sense to understand, like, hey, this division is not going to take us anywhere. The more division that we create, the more we're going to fall back and things are not going forward for us. Based on your question regards to the division, I would say that 3 years ago, yes, it was existing in our community. For example, I'll start with our communities and the community. We know what happened back home. The disagreement between Rwanda and Balanda, it created division among people. And also, if you go to let's say example, Pojulu community, you say Pojulu Ndruba, and then local division among themselves. You go to other communities like Acholi, how do you call it? They call them
Mari.
yeah. And so this kind of division actually came and started dividing people. And the other thing also I noticed that a lot of people started to rely more on their tribal alliance instead of focusing on the bigger picture, which is Equatoria and South Sudan. You know, most people start becoming loyal to their tribes, which is good. I'm not saying that is bad, but it actually reduce our capacity. It reduce our performance, whereby if we want to do something at the national level, there were no unity. At the Equatorial level, there were no unity. So people become kind of like just into their community group. Even within that community group, people start dividing themselves by families, you know? Because in any group of people, there has to be disagreement. If you're not careful how to manage a disagreement, it will just keep, you know, spreading people and dividing people more and more and more. And at the end of the day, there's not going to be any community. So that's what I can say in regards to your question. Yes, 3 years ago, but nowadays, people have come together. People have realized what they have done wrong. People are trying to build each other, build their community, move forward.
Yes, wonderful. Another thing is I'm asking about the South community because Brisbane is a lot of you mentioned something about a lot of people need to go back to their tribe, but it's fine. You go to where you're coming from, but as you're acting Equatorial chairman, Equatorial community chairman in Brisbane, what you plan, the rule you apply now to bring all the South community to be together under Equatorial community?
That's a good question.
Yes.
Listen, like I'm not being elected. I'm still an acting chairperson. I'll just give you a brief history on how I came into the office with my team. So a couple of years back, maybe 3 or 4 years back, the community completely went quiet. There was nothing happening. And then I give credit to some of our elders, our intellectuals. They look at the way the community is going. There's nothing happening, and there was so many issues coming up in our community, and we didn't have a focal point or a group or a community where we can come and discuss our issues. So they actually started doing consultation with people like, hey, we need to start reviving this thing of the Equatorian community. We have seen that everyone has gone back to their sub-communities, but it's not working. So the division is going more and more. So what can we do to bring the Equatorial body back again? So they did a consultation. Some of the elders actually called me and with some of my colleagues, like, look, you guys, we need you to revive this office. And Emmanuel, we want you to lead this office. I personally refused. So probably took me 3 months to accept it because the task was so huge. During that time, everyone was divided. There was a lot of things happening back home affecting us here. And I look at it as how am I going to start, or how are we going to start uniting our people. So based on their persistency, encouraging us, supporting us, say, guys, just start. So eventually we came together as a team, and then we put our proposal, our goal down, like, okay, how do you want to approach this? So the first thing we did, calling meeting. And the meeting was all about brainstorming, introducing ourselves to the communities, and then asking them, okay, what do they think about us reviving this office? Is it this something that they're willing to for us to do, and they will be able to support us, or what do they think? So we found that a lot of people actually like the idea. Like, look, we really need this to come back. We need the Equatorian Community Executive Board office to come back. So slowly through meetings after meeting, discussion, and all of that, and that's how we actually start coming up with the idea of, all right, now membership. We want to make sure that if you want to be part of the community, or you want this body to be very strong, we need to start introducing the idea of membership. So we introduced the idea of membership whereby we starting liaising with the Equatorian sub-community leaders. The first thing we did with them, calling with them, start with them, asking them ideas from them. And also we shared our ideas. This is what we want to do. So after that, we encourage the community leaders to go back to their sub-communities, pass to them what we are asking them to do. Then they actually did a fantastic job. They started spreading the word. And also what we did was during event, whether Bika, whether Kafla, whatever, if one of us is there as executive, we get an opportunity to say something. We talk about the Equatorian community. We talk about the office. We have started the office. We need support. We need people to turn up for meetings. We need people to consider what we are trying to do. So people really respond. People really give their time. Especially we focus on women. Women are the backbone of the society. We start encouraging women, to support us. And also we start identifying issues that is affecting us in our community, especially here in Queensland, even in Melbourne, it's affecting you guys. Young people issues. That's the major one. Because we came to realize that in our community, our young people are vulnerable, and they're the ones suffering from all this division, following crimes and all of that. I can't talk more about it. You know the history, what is happening nowadays. So that actually made people to start saying, hey, without the community, we can't be able to move forward to tackle our issues. So that's how we came up to start encouraging people to bring the office back. Then after that, we start introducing the membership, as I was saying before. Like, if you really want to be part of this community, we the executive, we need support as well. In everything, if you want to do something, you need to have this financial support of it. And also, it's not only just financial support, it's commitment. When you pay a membership, we know that you're a true member. You're someone who really wants to support what we're doing. So we came with the idea that per year, if you want to be as an Equatorian member in Queensland, you need to pay $120, $10 per month membership fee. So these are the people whom we started with, and we put this kind of rule. Eventually, a lot of people responded. People started paying the membership, joining the community, and we started valuing them. And after that, we did a lot of things, explain to them also, like, as a member, what is the benefit being as a Equatorian member? One of the great examples we did is Alela Lohaja Hasalek, Zolomat. Okay, if you're now a member, the entire 12 sub-communities will contribute and support you. But if you're not a member, you need to think about it. We haven't put the rule down, but we're still in a process of encouraging people to become members. Probably by next year, we are going to make a final decision whereby if you're not a Equatorian member, something happened to you, don't seek community support. People can go there at the friend level base to support you, but don't come to the Equatorian body office, ask for support, unless if you're a member. We're not saying that we're trying to be cruel, but we live in a society whereby there's a system. We need to obey by the system. We need to learn from the system. And again, it's accountability for us. And now there's no accountability without accountability. It's very important for us to have accountability among ourselves. That's the few things I can give you example about.
Yes, Emmanuel, let's go to a short break, because after a short break, we need to talk about the Constitution.
Okay, thank you.
It's really very important, yes.
From the heart of the world, are you listening and enjoying Google Radio? No matter what, keep your faith and values. keep your trust and empathy. Google Radio, the voice of future.
Yes, thank you very much. We come back again. Emmanuel, just my question about constitution. Can you please tell me the constitution is working or not? Or this constitution now is correct or not yet?
Well, here in Queensland, we design our constitution based on our lifestyle here, because I understand each state has got their new different laws and all of that. So we design our constitution to fit us as the Equatorian who lives in Queensland. So the first constitution was written in 1998, the Equatorian Community Constitution. It was written in 1998. So during that time, it was written based on the issues that they were facing, because during that time they had new arrival, they need to find people to settle people down and all of that. So the community was acting as an umbrella for new arrival, how to settle people into living in Brisbane or Queensland and all of that. Then when we decided to register the community again, we went through the Office of Fair Trade and we sent the old constitution to them. They looked at it and said, guys, you've been here in this country more than 20 years. This constitution looks a bit old. You need to update it. So what we did is we actually came down as executive, had a meeting about it. And also we decided that, okay, instead of us, the executive, to make a decision that we're the one going to review this constitution, how about we call a meeting with all the sub-communities, have a chat with them, ask them, what do they want us to include in the new constitution? So that way, when we go and register the constitution, it will cover everybody. Everybody's idea will be on it, so we'll be able to function in a right way. So eventually, the meeting with all the community leaders, we explained to them that we are reviewing the constitution. There's some things need to be removed, there's some things need to be left, and some things need to be added. So they gave us most of the ideas, things that they need for us to add into the constitution. And then we actually gave it to one of our lawyers, because we have our Equatorian lawyer, community lawyer. His name is Ochalomera. So we handed over to him, and then he took his time to look into it and design it. That's when he completed it, came back to the executive board, we review it again, we called meeting with the community leaders, let them go through the draft. If they're happy, then we go ahead and register. So the process actually took a while for us to finalize the final constitution and register it. So that's the process how we tackle it. So in our constitution, one of the examples I can give you is here in Queensland, you can become a member of the Equatorian community as long as you obey by our bylaws. If you're happy to obey by our bylaws, you're welcome to be as an Equatorian community, because we took this system for the Australian community. Some of the laws that involved in Australian community, like if you want to be part of the community member, as long as you pay a membership, as long as you obey by that constitution or that committee or group, bylaws, you're fine to be there. So, and the other thing also we included in our constitution, we say, look, politics has created a lot of division among ourselves. Right now, as I speak, we don't involve in politics. We talk about issues that concern us here, social issues. We talk as Australian. We don't talk like with the perspective that, if something happened back home, we have to bring it and discuss it within the community needs to react on it, because that means we are getting out of our jurisdiction and mandate. So our constitution is designed based on us here in Queensland and from the Australian perspective. We are not saying that politically we have people. Politics, you cannot take politics out of society. Politics is part of society. So all we did is encouraging our Equatorian who are interested in politics to practice good politics, to practice politics that will bring harmony and unity. We don't want politics that is going to bring division and divide people more and more. We have seen the example for the last couple of years. We haven't gone anywhere with divisive politics. So that's what we emphasize in one of the chapter in our constitution, encouraging people to be cautious and to be mindful of how, when it comes about politics, how we can present ourselves.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Just I want to ask you before we ending our program. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You explain a lot of things about equatorial community. This is the first time I heard about the Brisbane. All you talking now about it. So the thing is, the tribe is going to apply at days the same day in Equatorial Day. I know you mentioned few tribe is going to apply. What type of dancing people is going to do? Is there really traditional or just people put the music and people dancing, something like that? Can you tell us?
Well, as you can see on the flyer, it's a celebrating Equatorian Cultural Day. Definitely, we are going to celebrate our cultural dance. Each community is going to come and perform their cultural dance. But before I emphasize on the cultural dance, I want to say something important to our viewers. The aim of this Equatorial community is, with the part I personally and the rest of the team focusing on, is the educational side of things. When I mean by educational side of things, issues that is affecting us in Queensland here. Example, we have youth issues, we have mental issues, we have health issues, we want to encourage people to focus on business as well. Because we as Equatorian or as South Sudan, we have this tendency, we don't take business seriously. Nowadays, we have a lot of qualified young people in our society, in our community. We have electricians, we have plumbers, we have people who can do things. Lakini tabani fi nihaya واحد بمشي بيقول لك كل خواجه قال اسال مويه حاجه ترى ملك هذا كده. Why? We can use these young people, okay, to create that networking among ourselves, support each other, support the business. So that day is going to be about highlighting on issues that are affecting us, following then by the traditional dance. And now after finishing performing all the traditional dance by the 12 sub-communities, then we'll transition to a normal party whereby people can start enjoying themselves. And that's how we're planning to do it. But we are focusing on the educational side of things also.
ده كلام مهم شديد جدا كده. انا بقول بعربي ثاني تجربه ذاتها. So حاجه انا انه يعني ده سبيريت كويس انتوا عملوا في بريسبن انه طبعا ما حصل في التاريخ بتاعنا في ملبون طبعا في استراليا. We try انه نعرف معلومات انه واي بريسبن دائما بيكون بعيد من يعني النتورك بتاعنا بتاع ايكوتوريا. لانه لقينا طبعا فيدباك كثير ناس جوونوا شغالين وفي a lot of division between people. طبعا people come to different places and different mentalities, so make it harder the people can come together and send بكل الناس بقدر لي مساواه سوا سنقدر approach وري هدف تطمن وما كايكوتوريانز. So لكن انا طبعا بقول للسنه بتاعنا او المشاهدين بتاعنا we are not talking as Equatorian and من all South the general South Sudan. لكن طبعا عندنا قدرنا mobilization بتاع community بتاعنا بتاع ايكوتوريا community الموجوده في بريسبن. طبعا ياو عندهم celebration بكون يوم 5 في شهر ده وهو كويس انا ذاته بكون هناك ان شاء الله وبنمشي لايف ستريم again في بريسبن وين اكون في يوم بتاع احتفال ذاته نفسه. So Emmanuel, before we handing our program بس انا داير اسالك what is your last message for the community للناس اللي قاعدين الان في ديلا اول مره طبعا نشوف acting بتاع chair person بتاع Equatorial community في بريسبن يعني انه هي like this. اذا كده ورينا تقدر تقول شنو للاودينس بتاعنا وناس القاين انت كثير خالص. Go ahead.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity, Mr. Simon. بصراحة the first thing أنا نقوله لناسنا في كوينزلاند هنا Equatorian community في كوينزلاند هنا أنا داير نقول لكم مبروك لكم. أنا داير نقول لكم شكرا لكم شديد لسبورت عليكم مودي لنا لأوفيس لنا يعني to have trust on us to lead you. I really want to congratulate you for this wonderful job. But me saying that, magal خلاص شغل ده انتهى. لسه عندنا تقريبا ماشي ل 2 أسابيع قدامنا. So لازم نشتغل شديد to make sure that that day becomes so enjoyable and everyone will be happy to see that. يعني إننا عملنا حاجة كده يعني represent all of us. Right now, I will encourage all of us to forget about the negativity. Let's focus on the positivity. في حاجة قلتها هنا طبعا قال باقي ستيت تانيين always دايما بسألوا مالو ناس بريسبان مالو في شنو ديفيجن بصراحة أنا بقول لكم يا جماعة طبعا حاجات كله بزمن يعني حاجات كله بعملوا بزمن حقه. ربنا ليلو ما جيب الكلام الليلة ده تعمل حاجة ده ما بعمل ولا إن شاء الله لو عندك إمكانيات قدر كيف لا حد يقولنا ما نيجي يقول لي قال اسمع الليلة أنا داير حاجة ده حسن ليك ده بتعمل يبدو لو عنده قروش ولا ما عنده قروش حاجة ده بحسن. So حاجة اللي ندير نقول لناس اللي كان بسأل سؤالات ده زمن حاجاتنا يا وصل عشان نعمل إيكوتيريان ده يا ناس من زمننا جاي نعمل السنة ده بعد شيء عشان جاوا we'll continue doing the same thing. So it was just timing. So our time has come. We are now going to do it. In regards my message to the Equatorian nationwide, you're welcome to Brisbane. Zaitu Gutu, أول مرة they asked Jana Mulivenda, it will welcome for this event. We'll really be happy to see people from Melbourne, from Western Australia, South Australia, Tasmania, New South Wales to join us in celebrating of this event because this is the first time I'm going event and they're in our school you join one there command get the Chogur Hagatel and as Google Radio by offering themselves to be there. I really appreciate you, Brother Simon Basha, for your support, and we look forward to see you in our program. But Hajalander Waratakum, please come down and enjoy the sunshine state, the beautiful, the smart state. So, Lamanda Mar Banana Queensland and Naskida also, we're hospital vivo, Nana, and hospitality, I got nothing to amount. So, Mata Kapogal, or later Mendu Gurusa Hotel, or Nakida, after ticket hacker, Albus Akil, or La Noom date of the Noom. Anyway, so
thank you very much, Emmanuel Rajaraja, wataban acting chairman bita Equatorial Community في Brisbane, وانا طبعا كمان بحي رئيس بتاع chairman بتاع Equatorial Community بتاع South Australia لانه عندهم celebrate Equatorial Community هيكون يوم 11 يوم 10 وانا بكون معه عندي مو interview soon. وايمانويل انا ما عندنا كلام كثير ده نقول بس انا ده حييك again انه ده نتمنى انه كل برنامج ده يستمر وان شاء الله انا بنكون معكم في بريسبن Sunshine Estate.
You are listening to Google Radio 24/7 from morning to evening, every day. It's the best traditional culture and entertainment radio online. You can download from Google Player or App Store. Google Radio, the voice of future.
Yes, thank you very much. زي كان إيمانويل رجراجة هو chairman بتاع Equatorial Community في بريسبن يعني نكون معه في توك شو shortly قبل شوية لكن أنا طبعا داير أقول للمستمعين بتاعنا وإن شاء الله أننا نكون في فقرات الجاية وده كان سايمون باشا معكم من استوديو بتاع جوجل راديو. باي باي for now.